Well, new at 5, as schools try to make sense of pandemic safety restrictions, Akron Public Schools is the first in the state to install sanitizing misters on its bus fleet. Sarah Shookman traveled to Akron today to check it out.
Just 10 days before the school year begins, Akron Public School buses are getting an upgrade.
It's expensive. It's, to do it, the initial is expensive. But fortunately, we have the pandemic funds.
Transportation Coordinator Bill Andexler says they've invested $500,000 on Transmist, a system of permanently installed automatic misters to sanitize the bus fleet twice a day.
Now the system's armed, pushes the button. We would probably still have done it if we didn't have that money available, but we would probably done it on a smaller scale, okay, than instead of doing all 100 of our buses.
All at one time.
At one time, yeah, we would spread them out.
It cost about $200,000 to install, and they've stocked up on about $300,000 of a water-based chemical, about 3 years' worth. Annually, it's about 10 times what they were spending before.
And I'm only guessing, I'm trying probably $8,000 to $10,000 a year. But there was no guarantee that the bus was being done. And there was really no way to check it either.
Previously, drivers were responsible for the task with hand wands, mixing an alcohol-based cleaner themselves, sometimes damaging buses in the process, and raising concerns about flammability.
You can accomplish these goals in a variety of ways, but this one is innovative and practical for daily use. But what they've done at Akron, it's certainly going to speed up the process for them.
Andexler says this will be better for the equipment, drivers, and kids, well worth the price of peace of mind.
Someday the mask will go away, hopefully, but I think the disinfectant, keeping the buses cleaner than what they've been, is going to stay.
No, that's why they feel good about this investment, and they think other districts are going to follow suit. Now, anything that goes onto a school bus has to be approved by the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and they just signed off on this earlier this month. So installation continues. They're hoping to be done by next weekend, Jay, right before the first day of school.
All right, Sarah, what about the indoor systems like the ones we've heard about in Cuyahoga Falls and other districts? These in-air ionization systems, are those worth the cost?
Yeah, I asked Tanya Burford with the Summit County Public Health about those as well, because we have heard quite a bit about them. Very simply, she said the technology creates particles that sort of cling to the coronavirus or other contagions that could be hanging in the air, helping to filter them out and bring fresh air back in. But it works. That's the good news. But don't worry if your school doesn't have one, because there are a lot of different approaches. It needs to be a multi-layered approach. And she said, at least here in Summit County, every district is doing that. And it may not surprise you, but of most concern to her would be masking, social distancing, and hand washing, those things we keep coming back to. Yeah. And she said parents really need to be partners with the school, Jay. Most importantly, if your kid has any kind of symptoms, don't put them on the bus, don't send them to school at all.
Exactly. Sarah Shookman live in Akron. Sarah, thank you.